Welcome to this lesson on long division, and the way you do this is to start by dividing the first term here by this x term, and I like to write them on the side so I can see what I've done and check if I have made a mistake. X cubed divided by x is x squared, and put that up here, and then you multiply that answer you just got by the whole thing this time, and that is x squared times x minus 1, which equals x cubed minus x squared, and then you write that underneath, so lining up the x cubed and the x squared terms like such. Then you subtract all of that, and I'm just going to get rid of this so it doesn't look like a minus sign or just a bit of something. And then x cubed minus x cubed is 0. Minus 6x squared minus minus becomes plus. So minus 6x squared plus x squared is minus 5x squared. That's the subtract part done. And then bring down the 11x, so plus 11x. And then you repeat those four things. So the next step is minus 5x squared. So once again, always looking at that first term here, divided by, once again, dividing by only the x, and that is equal to minus 5x, and put that up here, and then multiply minus 5x by x minus 1, so minus 5x by x minus 1, and that equals minus 5x squared plus 5x, and write that underneath here. So minus 5x squared plus 5x, and then once again subtract 0. So minus 5x squared minus minus, which is plus 5x squared, equals 0. 11x minus plus 5x is 11x minus 5x, which is 6x. And then you bring down that minus 6 all the way to here, and then repeat the process. So 6x divided by x is 6, and put that here, positive 6, and then 6 times x minus 1 is 6x minus 6, and when you subtract that, that equals 0. And so we end up with x cubed, or the polynomial we started with, is equal to x minus 1 multiplied by this quadratic up the top. So the original polynomial is equal to x minus 1 bracket x squared minus 5x plus 6, and the way I like to factorize or show my students how to factorize is put the factors of x squared here and then the factors of 6 here, and we can have 2 and 3 or 6 and 1, and because this term here is negative, both of these have to be negative. Also because this is positive, so minus 2 times minus 3 equals 6, and then when you multiply along those lines, minus 2x, and then minus 3 times x is minus 3x, and that equals minus 5x, which is our middle term. So that's one bracket there, and that's the other one. So the original polynomial then becomes completely factorized to x minus 1 bracket x minus 2 bracket x minus 3 bracket. So that's how you do the long division. The key is you must do the divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down, and the key thing is to take your time and make sure you get it right. It's quite a time-consuming process. However, sometimes you're asked to actually show by long division that something has a remainder, or find the factors of it, or show that these are the factors of it by doing long division. So you need to know that process. And when you are trying to factorize the cubic, there's a much shorter way of actually finding the factors, which I show in the next video. I think there's a couple of methods, but certainly there's one method in the next video, and I think I've got another video coming up with another method that you can use as well, which I recommend to you if you're doing year 12, and if you like the idea of using a much shorter method in year 11 math, there's no reason why you can't do that, as long as in a test you are actually answering the question. So for example, if you are asked to factorize it by using long division, you would have to use the long division method. But if it just said factorize the cubic or sketch it by finding the factors, you could use the shorter method. So that's in the next video anyway, one of the next videos. So that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.